All right, so as we described in the intro, we've got a blind reveal of some SGC cards. This is the second of the two orders I actually got on this past Friday. Came on the Saturday, on the same day. So I have not looked at these grades. Unlike the PSA order, right, where I saw a few of the grades, I have not looked at these. And so this will truly be blind. Let's make sure we do all we can to preserve that. I think, so this SGC order was really quick. I happened to send in the cards right before the price increase. And frankly, I think I chose these cards to be graded somewhat out of boredom, I guess in some ways, right? And what I mean by that is that, I had some cards that I wanted to see graded. I thought SGC was at least a valid option, but, it's not the first choice, but I think, overall to get some of these slabbed was, I guess there's not really much of a strategy here. So as an FYI. So interesting. So they put plastic on the outside of each card of the three card sandwich, and then the one in the middle has no plastic. Makes sense. Okay. So what we have here is we've got three vintage Topps cards, two 1981, one 1976. If you're fans of the channel, you've seen me pull those out of recent packs of some sort. And then here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the 1976 Topps basketball. Apologies for the glare there. I'm going to try to move. Well, let's see. We're doing our best here under different circumstances. Okay, so let's start with the baseball. So we're gonna, I'll go actually in order from oldest to newest. So here's a Willie McCovey. So we pulled that from the, what was it, sort of that holiday rack pack. Got a 9, nice. I thought that was a really good card. I mean, this is beautiful. I'm psyched. I am psyched with this. That holiday rack pack, definitely worth the price of, I think it was, what, $20 and $25 for grading here. We've got Mike Schmidt and Ricky Henderson. Let's go in number order. Ricky Henderson, 8, okay. I was hoping that we had a chance at a 9, but I think maybe the top to bottom centering and the slight tilt probably did that in. But not bad at all. I'll take it. And then on the Mike Schmidt, again, same thing, probably 8, 9, hopefully. Well, we'll see. 9, nice. This guy is tough. This guy is always really miscut. So this is a great grade. So I think there's an opportunity here. I don't want to give away my secrets, but when you see cards, like I bought some rack packs of 81 Topps, and the rack packs range from like $25 to $40. And if you can end up pulling, this came from one rack pack, if you can end up pulling 1 or 2 really good cards out of those packs and grading fees remain reasonable, right? So naturally, with a $75 grading fee for SGC, it's a non-starter for any card for me, to be honest. But if there are bulk options, there's a real, I think there's a fun play there. So number 1, you get to open 1981 Topps. Number 2, you probably pull a good card or 2, and it's not a terrible endeavor. All right, I'm gonna hold that. I don't know what I'm doing here. All right, 1976. So these were the best examples of a whole bunch of cards that I bought. I bought a big lot of these cards. My sense is that we're gonna get grades ranging from 5 to 7, but I don't know. I don't really know enough about how these cards get graded to really be able to come into this with a lot of confidence saying these are how they're gonna grade. We're gonna start with Wes Unseld. We're gonna end with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Wes Unseld, 6. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much in the range that I would say I'm expecting. Okay. Next guy is Tiny Archibald, Nate. Wow, 9. That's a pleasant surprise. This was one of the better condition cards that I had bought raw. So 9 is fantastic. Look at that. All right, so far so good. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself and these all gonna be like 3s. Dave Cowens, 7. All right, not bad. Yeah, you know, I guess the question for me is I wasn't sure how these corners sort of rated in terms of the, you know, from a grading standard. I think we've got 2 Rick Barrys. Let's see if we do. Nope. Rick Barry, Pete Maravich, Walt Frazier, 2 Walt Fraziers, so we'll turn those guys around at the same time. Rick Barry got an 8. So these are coming back with pretty good grades. I'm pretty happy with these. Okay, Pete Maravich. Ooh, 5.5. Okay, there we go. I think if we look very closely at this, now that it's in the slab, the corners are really not in great shape, and there's definitely some serious top to bottom centering. All right, 5.5 on Pete Maravich. We've got 2 Walt Fraziers. I almost want to look at the corners right now. 2 Walt Fraziers. We got 6 and a 6.5. Okay, so I love these big cards. This one's got a really rough edge, and I definitely didn't see. So there's clearly an issue there. I'll have to look a little closer at this one, because this one I think looks really nice to me, but there's probably, again, I think, like I said, there are corner issues here that I didn't necessarily, you know, that I wasn't totally confident on. But I did want to at least take my favorite, like, you know, 6 or 8 of these and get them into the slabs. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So I don't, let's try to guess this. What do you think? We'll play guess the grade. Corners are, you know, definitely have a little, you know, the corners definitely have some issues. I see a tiny, I don't want to call it a ding or an edge thing right there. You can kind of see that. All right, I'm going to say this got to be a 7, right? At least a 7? A 7. All right. Hey, look at that. I am now an expert at grading 76 basketball cards with SGC. Well, I hope you guys liked this reveal. This was a fun one. I think actually both of these guys right here that I'm looking at, very, very happy with those grades. I don't really have a plan for these cards right now, so if you happen to be interested, DM me on Instagram. Maybe we can work a deal. Unlike some of the other reveals, I'm not necessarily in a rush to sell anything from here. I'm gonna let things sort of marinate, see where we go. That's about it, guys. Thanks for joining.